Are you somebody who has been plagued by anger for perhaps years, in which you were frustrated and anger took over, and after a while you said things, did things that were hurtful, that were perhaps even harmful to others, and certainly very difficult and hard on your relationship with others? I'm Richard Chandler. I'm a licensed professional counselor from the state of Minnesota, and I've worked successfully with clients for a decade on transforming their anger into calm, thoughtful, responsible communication, and have been able to help my clients end those angry outbursts that have not helped them or their lives. The intent of the course is to really have your life change. And it can be done. I've seen it done. I've helped people do it, lots of people over these years. What it really takes is to really commit to doing things differently and be willing to reflect on your life and what you've done up until now that has not worked. Take the principles that you'll find in this course, which are different than other courses because they're very psychologically based, and apply those to your own life. And additionally, to practice the skills that I will also give you in the course, so you can really be able to do what is the right thing to do in the moment. Even though you're feeling some frustration, you'll be able to do something different than what you've done and not lose control, and be able to respond effectively in those moments. And so with that, I'll overview the course. The first section, 9 sections of the course, by the way, and the first section is an introduction and overview and really the intent of this course. And a lot of that intent is how you actually deeply transform yourself so you're no longer a person that gets angry. In section 2, which is really the name of the course also, it's fundamentals for transforming angry outbursts into calm thinking, skillful action, and harmonious relationships. We'll start off with some basics on how we focus on things and how focusing on things increases the likelihood of what we want to have happen. We'll talk about the story of your life like a movie, and how you can identify the ways in which you've done things that have been a movie where you were the character that got angry, and we'll be changing it into a new movie, a movie in which you're able to respond thoughtfully and effectively without angry outbursts. In section 3, we get into the heart of the course, which is identifying your unique anger pattern. You have an anger pattern that's different than anybody else. It's yours alone. And there's aspects of it that we will identify so you can recognize it at very early stages. So you don't have this pattern that you've perhaps had where just all of a sudden you're very mad, you're very angry, and you don't know where it came from. You'll know where it came from, and you'll know where it came from very early on because you'll know your pattern. This pattern, by the way, consists of identifying physical sensations, your thought patterns, your emotional patterns, and even the behaviors that you perhaps haven't even totally recognized when you begin to enter into an anger pattern. Section 4 is about leaving the pattern, how you can walk away, how you can get out of that pattern if you're in it. And we'll also talk about how you can leave an argument before it gets worse. We'll talk about times when it's difficult to leave because you're perhaps in a car, you can't really leave, so how you can leave mentally. In section 5, it's all about grounding down, breathing, communicating without escalating. And this is where you can really stay. Even if you're in the pattern, if you're at a low enough level, you'll learn how to stay. You'll learn how to discharge your nervous system, calm your nervous system through grounding techniques and breathing, and be able to actually stay and keep talking, even though you felt like you were in the pattern of anger. Section 6 is dropping anger-promoting beliefs and embracing new perspectives through mental flexibility. We find that there are many of our beliefs that actually seek to hold anger in place. They're really beliefs that really make anger much more likely to occur. And as we can identify what those are and replace those beliefs with much more, let's just say, successful beliefs in terms of how to get along better with others. And in doing so, we're going to gain some mental flexibility. And that'll be very important for no longer having angry outbursts and feeling kind of justified to do so. Section 7, perceptions of threat and underlying trauma that may have contributed to angry outbursts, is about really understanding that a lot of the reason we get angry is because we perceive something as a threat. The thing that our romantic partner said to us, and we take it personally. We take it as an affront to ourselves, as a threat. And this is about really understanding that and how we can no longer take things so much as a threat. And a lot of this is based on not letting trauma that we've had in the past really affect us in such an unconscious way. So these are sometimes called shame-based cognitive distortions. It's where we're really looking at things in ways that really don't make as good of sense. And by identifying those ways that we've been looking at things that have been influenced by some form of trauma and finding another way to work with them, we'll do better. Section 8 is reducing frustration by skillfully communicating what you want and need from others. In doing so, we'll reduce our frustration. And as we get better at skillfully communicating our own wants and needs to others, we no longer will be so plagued by basically frustration, and the frustration then rising into anger. And finally, section 9 is the concluding section in which we lock in our progress and continue to grow in our capacity to successfully communicate with others free of anger. And so there's lots to do with locking in your progress. We basically, in this section, summarize a lot of what we've learned before, plus add a lot of new techniques, but they're shorter techniques, just little tips here, little tips there that will really help us transform the way we used to be to the way we can be at the conclusion of the course with all of these tools. So I'm very happy that you're considering this course. I think it will change your life. It has changed the life of many of my clients, and I think it could change your life too, and certainly also change the lives of those that you are close to, family members, romantic partners, maybe friends and employers. So in summary, I'm so glad you watched this video and you're thinking about really changing your life by making angry outbursts a thing of your past. I'm available for questions either before you enroll or after you enroll. You do have 30 days in which to decide. If you don't think the course is working for you, you can get all of your money back. No questions asked. Just give me an email and I'll make it happen. And I do support you throughout the course. I do answer questions by email or text. And my job is to help you really transform anger into a success formula for communicating without outbursts any longer. I know that will transform your life and transform the lives of your loved ones, the people around you that have been really on the receiving end of your angry outbursts. So this could be an opportunity for you. I hope it is. And I'll look forward to answering any questions you have, whether before you enroll or after you enroll in the course. Thanks so much, and take good care.